After Disney made a bold move to announce that they made $60 million on Disney Premium Access with Black Widow in the first opening weekend, just a week later, a collection of movie theater owners around the United States would pen a letter that blasted Disney for this decision because it proved that the theaters lost massive amounts of income. Now under pressure and backlash, Disney is forced to cancel Disney Premium Access after the upcoming Jungle Cruise. So originally this was reported by DR Movie News, with the original source according to them coming from Variety. So the big takeaway here is, despite being a success in theaters on its opening weekend and making a massive amount of profit for Disney only on Disney Plus, theater owners were not happy because of their cut. On Disney films they're making, and it's not fully disclosed depending on theater chains and everything, but between 40 to 60% of profits of any film that releases. Specifically Disney, we know Disney had some different deals that they worked out in the past. So out of the 60 million, they lost out 40 to 60% of that could have been made in theaters. So they were very displeased and released that statement I already covered, pretty much blasting Disney and Marvel Studios for being willing to release the film to consumers on Disney Premium Access. And the bigger factor here was the fact that Disney disclosed just how big the number was, and I think that's sort of the deciding one because they knew how much they lost. Well, per Variety, things are about to change because they came down hard on Disney by the sounds of it. Now, I don't know what to make of this because it makes sense and it doesn't make sense to me. Disney has before literally held up theaters being like, we want more money from Avengers. I think they did that with, I want to say it was Age of Ultron, maybe it was Civil War, I can't remember, but there was a giant debate, and it related to Star Wars as well, them being like, hey, if we're going to show our films in theaters, we want more of the profits that our film makes. Theaters fought against it, and then they were like, nope, we got to bend the knee because of this. So I don't know, I'm still inclined to believe that this isn't the whole story, because after Jungle Cruise, we already don't have anything on the horizon that tells us that there's more premium day access, premium on demand, whatever you want to call it. All we know is that there's the 45-day window on films like Shang-Chi and Free Guy, where after 45 days, they are going to Disney Plus and other video on demand services. And I was under the impression that it was done after Jungle Cruise anyway. So this sort of, I think, is maybe taking everything we've kind of known and everything that was said today or in the last 24 hours by theater coming together and being like, man, F Disney, and rolling it into one. But I guess we're just going to have to wait and see an official announcement from Disney before we believe anything. At this point, I won't even believe like a deadline or anything in regards to this because I want Disney themselves to confirm it. Just because this would be a call that their investors are financially tuned into, and that is important. So until I hear it from people that are investors and the studio themselves 100% tell me that this is how it's happening, that's when I'll believe it in this case. Same thing with HBO Max day and date. It wasn't true up until they officially said it themselves. Then you believe it.